My name is Sophia, and I find myself in the unique situation of being a middle-aged single woman living with my parents and younger sister. Our daily routine has taken a turn for the worse, resembling more of a nightmare than the peaceful existence we once knew. After taking a refreshing shower and returning from my errands at the market, I decided to relax on my bed. Before calling it a night, I engaged in a lively conversation with my younger sister, Olivia. As we lay there, we delved into various topics, discussing everything from business matters to personal anecdotes. However, our peaceful exchange took an unexpected turn when Olivia suddenly let out a piercing scream, causing me to jolt in surprise. Trembling with fear, she pointed towards the window, her eyes fixated on something beyond the sheer white curtain. Without wasting a moment, Olivia hastily buried her face in the pillow beside her. Curiosity piqued, I followed her gaze towards the window, my own body filled with an eerie sense of unease. Through the thin fabric of the curtain, I strained my eyes to peer outside, and then it happened. My gaze locked onto the face of a woman standing just outside the window, her presence sending shivers down my spine. All I could see was her head, adorned with tangled hair that cascaded down to her shoulders. Her sunken eyes bore into mine, as if she was peering into the depths of my soul. The skin on her face appeared weathered and contorted, resembling the texture of a kaffir lime. Lumps, swollen and scabbed, dotted her cheeks as the hideous old woman stared at me intently. I found myself unable to look away, our eyes locked in a strange, unsettling gaze. Time seemed to stand still as we held each other's gaze, until I finally blinked, and she vanished before my eyes. Shaking Olivia awake, I was startled by her groggy response, mistaking me for a ghost in her fear. Chuckling at her reaction, I reassured her that ghosts were nothing but a figment of imagination, despite the eerie encounter with the old woman. Days later, a strange malaise overcame me, leaving my body feeble and drained of life. My joints felt as though they might give way at any moment, and the mere presence of sunlight caused a pounding ache in my head. Confined to the house by illness, I found solace in the darkness, avoiding the harsh light that seemed to exacerbate my condition. Sleep became my only respite, as I grappled with the mysterious ailment that had befallen me. Observing my sister's behavior lately, I've noticed a significant change in her demeanor. Previously, she was known for her cheerful disposition, love for conversation, and sense of humor. However, nowadays, she seems to be withdrawn and spends a considerable amount of time sleeping. She has become more reserved, sleeping both at night and during the day, and no longer engages in her usual activities. Additionally, my sister has been complaining of headaches when exposed to sunlight, and I've noticed her body shivering at times, as if she's feeling cold. Her overall health seems to be deteriorating, with her complexion appearing pale. Concerned, I suspected she might have a fever and decided to take her to the clinic for a checkup. Unfortunately, the doctor ruled out a fever, but raised concerns about the possibility of high blood pressure or diabetes. Despite the medical consultation, my sister's condition has not improved, and she continues to exhibit worrying symptoms. It's distressing to witness her health decline without any signs of improvement. Something strange is happening with my sister. Ever since she fell ill, her behavior has become increasingly peculiar. Her appetite has skyrocketed, devouring 2 to 3 plates of rice in one sitting. Despite eating like a starving person, my sister's body remains slim. In the past, she used to gain weight easily, but now, after just a week of being sick, she's losing weight rapidly. Her bones are protruding, her eyes bulging, and she even talks in her sleep, claiming that a mysterious entity is following her. The situation has become so alarming that my father decided to seek help from a shaman. After examining my sister, the shaman revealed that she was being tormented by a spirit that had latched onto her soul. This ethereal being seemed determined to stay by Sophia's side, causing her distress and fear. The shaman warned us that if left untreated, my sister's condition would deteriorate, and the spirit would never leave her. It's a chilling revelation that has left our family shaken and desperate for a solution to rid Sophia of this malevolent presence. Since receiving treatment from a shaman, my physical condition has improved, but there is still a lingering unease within my soul. It's as if I am burdened with a heavy weight, constantly reminding me of its presence. There are moments when fear grips me tightly, especially when I hear a sorrowful voice calling out my name, pleading for me to take it. The identity of this voice remains a mystery to me. Filled with trepidation and still experiencing discomfort, I decided to return to my mother's hometown for further treatment. It was there that I sought the help of a shaman who revealed that a spirit had taken residence within me. The thought of this ethereal being desiring to be by my side only intensified my fear. The shaman performed a ritual using sacred verses from the Quran and bathed me in lemon water. That night, as I slept, I found myself in a dream where the old woman I had encountered before appeared before me. As I walked in front of the house, a soft and melodious voice called out my name, followed by the sound of weeping. I searched for the source of the voice, and my gaze landed upon the old woman, accompanied by 2 children whose appearances were unsettling and far from ordinary. The woman expressed her desire to live with me, leaving me filled with both apprehension and curiosity. Sophia, please don't abandon me. I yearn to share my life with you, begged the elderly woman, tears streaming down her face, desperately hoping that I would become her guide. However, I gently pushed her away and fled. Yet she persisted, chasing after me with unwavering determination. "I don't desire your presence. I don't want you," I exclaimed, my voice trembling as I sprinted away. Eventually, the woman ceased her pursuit. "If Sophia refuses, then let me seek refuge in this towering tree," declared the old woman, pointing towards a majestic tree standing before my home. Shortly after, I awoke from this haunting dream, my heart racing. The following day, I recounted the unsettling experience to the shaman who had been treating me. "That ethereal entity has completely departed from your being," the shaman assured me. However, I couldn't help but wonder where this otherworldly creature had originated from and how it had managed to infiltrate my soul. After conducting a thorough investigation, the shaman revealed that the spirit had emerged from the vicinity surrounding our very own house. According to the shaman, the back of the house, where my room was situated, served as a dwelling place for these spirits. Ever since the room had been constructed, the creature had felt disturbed and enraged. It had sought to dominate my body and align itself with me. As the shaman relayed this information, a realization dawned upon me. It was true that ever since the back of the house had been transformed into a room, I had frequently heard peculiar noises. It was as if someone was incessantly knocking or scratching the walls, and footsteps echoed on the roof above. Moreover, the sound of children crying often pierced through the silence. Evidently, my room had become a realm for these ethereal beings. Now that the shaman had successfully expelled the creature from my being, I no longer faced any troubles. I had come to believe in the existence of these otherworldly entities. Thank you so much for investing your time in watching our bone-chilling tales. We are truly grateful for your support and the fact that you chose to spend your precious moments with us. Your decision to engage with our content means the world to us. If you found our story enjoyable and it managed to send shivers down your spine, we kindly request a like as a token of your support. Your simple gesture of hitting that thumbs up button not only encourages us to continue creating captivating content, but also helps us reach a wider audience who might also appreciate our bone-chilling tales. Moreover, we highly value your feedback and comments. Your thoughts and opinions are incredibly important to us as they provide us with valuable insights into how we can improve our storytelling in the future. So, please don't hesitate to share your thoughts with us in the comments section. In addition, we would be thrilled if you could subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you will be notified whenever we release new bone-chilling tales, ensuring that you never miss out on the spine-tingling excitement. Once again, we sincerely appreciate your support, and we are truly grateful for your time. Your engagement means everything to us, and we promise to continue delivering bone-chilling tales that will leave you wanting more. Thank you for being a part of our community, and we look forward to sharing more spine-chilling adventures with you in the days to come.